Hi, my name's Dave Cad, how's it going? So sometime around like 4 or 5 years ago, I started a series called Cadvice. I don't know if I can actually call it a series because I made like one video, like I say 5 years ago. I'm not sure if that counts. But anyway, we are bringing it back. We are bringing back Cadvice, which is basically a series where I get you guys to send me your questions or problems which you think I can give you advice on. Get it? Cadvice? Cadvice? I thought it was quite clever. I mentioned that I was bringing this back on my Instagram story the other day and I got an email straight away. By the way, I've set up an email address specifically for Cadvice things, which is in the description below. If you have anything you want to send me, feel free. So without further ado, let's jump in to the first Cadvice topic. Hey Dave, so can you help me with this problem? I really hope so. I know how to speak English pretty well, but I just don't have the encouragement to speak to anyone. How should I start speaking English to people and not freaking out? Now this person has asked not to be named in this video, which is absolutely fine, but I need to give you a name. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a random name generator. Wow, this is an incredible name. Martina Ferrari. That's a super badass name. If that isn't your name, you should definitely consider changing it to Martina Ferrari. Okay, Martina, let's jump into this. So as some of you guys will know, I am on my own language learning journey, I suppose you could call it. I'm trying to learn both Finnish and Swedish. And if you knew that, you will also know I pretty much suck at both of them. So maybe I'm not the best person to give advice on this topic, but Martina wanted to know specifically about speaking English. And as a native English speaker who interacts daily with people whose first language isn't English, I thought maybe I could give my perspective on it, which might help. Also, for some reason, my videos end up in English classes at schools here in Finland. So here you go, teach. Here's a freebie. Now this advice I'm gonna give will hopefully cover what's your name? This will hopefully cover Martina's question, but they're going to be a little bit more general around like using English and building your confidence around speaking English to native English speakers. Firstly, stop apologizing for your bad English. I read comments and hear every single day someone apologizing for their bad English. And honestly, most of the time, the comment will basically be a page out of a William Shakespeare novel, 100% perfect English, and at the end, it'll have in brackets, sorry for my bad English. And like I say, 9 times out of 10, there won't be a single thing wrong with what has been written or said to me. So of course, no apology required. And even if it's not like 100% grammatically perfect or not completely spelt correctly, you have no reason to apologize for your English. When you're speaking to a native English speaker like myself, the chances are, and I'm generalizing massively here by the way, but I feel like the chances are the person that you're speaking to knows no other language other than English. Having English as your first language is both a gift and a curse. It's a gift because a lot of people speak English, but it's also a curse because it doesn't give you any incentive to go out and learn any other languages unless you're like forced to or like need to. But my point being, if you're speaking or communicating with a native English speaker and your English isn't perfect, the chances are they don't know any other language, so you have no reason to apologize for like trying to express yourself so that other person can understand what you're saying. Because if you didn't know even like that basic bit of English that you feel like you need to apologize for, then you'd have absolutely no way of communicating with this person. So, but my point being, no matter your level of English, if you try to speak to a native English speaker, do not apologize. You have nothing to apologize for. Also, if you keep saying, oh, my English is terrible, you'll start believing it. And yeah, that's not a good like mental position to be in. Number 2, dare to try to speak English or whatever language you're trying to learn. I guess these points aren't really specific for English, but I mean, that's what we're talking about today. Now, this is something that I struggle with so much. And I think it's especially hard when you're just kind of starting to learn the language. Maybe you're not like super confident. You're starting to understand things. And when you're hearing it, you're like understanding it a lot. But building up the confidence enough to like dare to say something in reply to someone, it's hard. It's really hard to kind of overcome that fear of embarrassment if you get it wrong. And for me, it doesn't help because when I'm practicing on like Duolingo or Word Dive or something, I'm saying everything in my head. I never like speak it out loud. So in my mind's voice, I am freaking fluent, man. My brain speaks freaking Swedish and Finnish like there's no tomorrow. But that's no good because no one else can hear it. Converting that brain voice into something that comes out of your face is a completely different thing. Now, I think I get hung up on this because of the fear of embarrassment. When I say things in like my brain voice, It's only me that can hear it, and therefore, if I get it wrong, no one knows, and it's fine. There's no judgment in my brain. It's a safe space, mostly. But this is kind of why I started my Learning Finnish for Real series here on this YouTube channel. To dare myself to say these things out loud, and although it is just me talking to a camera, essentially, there are like thousands of people that watch those videos. So that fear of embarrassment is real, but I think once you get over that fear and just kind of maybe learn to laugh at yourself if you get it wrong, then that's a massive step into like building up your confidence to actually speaking to people in English, for example. Now, my third and kind of final point, which is pretty much linked, all of these are quite linked together, but this one relates to, I keep wanting to say Monica, but I feel like that's wrong. This relates the most to Martina's question. Martina Ferrari, that's a great name. Maybe my first kid will be called Martina Ferrari Cad. It's got a nice ring to it. Since they say that they're actually quite good at English, but they just need the confidence to kind of speak it. Martina, this one's for you. Number 3, force yourself to speak. Now this one's a little bit tricky because your brain will go into like kind of self-preservation mode and be like, nah, I'm done. Not doing this. So you kind of have to trick your brain into doing this one, I think. But yeah, force yourself to speak English. Put yourself in a position where you have absolutely no choice other than to speak English. I can 100% recommend that you go visit an English-speaking country like England, for example, or of course the US, where I can almost guarantee you will not have your native mother tongue to fall back on if it all goes to shit. If you're already pretty confident, like with writing English, like why have I got this brain block on your name? Not Monica, it's Martina. Yeah, I didn't have to look. If like Martina, you're really good at like writing English, I can say with full confidence that as soon as you put yourself in this position, you will be 100% fine. As you're speaking, maybe just like picture yourself like writing and just read as you go. And I just know without a shadow of a doubt, you will get the confidence and be just fine in speaking English to native English speakers. Now, of course, travel isn't something that everyone can do, so here are a few alternatives. Grab a friend or a colleague that maybe has the same goal as you. Set up like a coffee date once a week and just like, again, force yourself to speak English to each other in like a no judgment zone. Talk about your week or the week ahead or just some kind of topic. And this actually reminds me of my buddy Luke Bland, who every Thursday goes to work and speaks only in Finnish, and all his colleagues know to speak Finnish to him on this one particular day. He started this project a couple of months ago now, and I think he's actually a little bit surprised on how good he actually is at speaking Finnish. Not only does he speak Finnish for that entire day, he records it for a YouTube audience as well. So hey, maybe that's an idea as well. Start a YouTube channel. I'll pop a link in the description to Luke's channel. You should go and check it out anyway. And failing that, if you, like me, don't have any friends, that might be a bit hard. There are so many resources online where you can kind of get like a pen pal kind of thing, Skype pal, I don't know what you call them. I think maybe on the Duolingo forums, they have threads where people exchange Skype addresses and just like have Skype dates talking the language that they're learning. And I'm sure there's hundreds of other websites out there that do similar things. But just watch out for weirdos. Watch out who you give your details to. And with that said, I think, Martina, that is all the advice I have for you on this topic. So like I say, if you have anything that you think I can specifically help you with, maybe it's a question or a problem you think maybe other people might be suffering with or something, you can either leave a comment down below, or if you want to be a bit more anonymous about it, you can send me an email to cadvice@davecad.co.uk. We'll see where this series goes. Who knows, maybe it'll be fun. So guys, if you have enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up for me. It really helps me out a bunch and just lets me know that you're enjoying these videos. And if you're new over here and new to my face, hi, I'm Dave. I make videos over here twice a week. You can click that subscribe button and YouTube will do its best to let you know when I upload. There's a little bell next to it. You can click that if you really want to see every video. And don't forget, if you've got any tips on like developing confidence speaking another language, leave them in the comments below. Let's really try and make the comment section like gold for anyone that's trying to learn English or any other language for that matter. So once again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.